So sitting, I'll try again. So sitting, you can close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths in and out. And just slowing down the pace of your racing mind, all the stuff that's going on around us. It's worthy of our attention, but we can't give all of the other things all of our attention all of the time. So here we have 30 minutes to zoom in. And just experience whatever it is you experience over the next 25 minutes. Acknowledge and just move on. You don't even, you just acknowledge it, notice it, acknowledge it. In the next moment it changes. So, we're going to begin with the spinal flexion breath. So placing your hands on your knees. Let's inhale and lift the chest. Lift your chin and look up. As you exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, stretching your back between your shoulder blades. Inhale to lift up, so we're going slow. Exhale to rock back. Yeah, feel free to move at your own pace. Inhaling to lift your heart. Exhaling, rocking back. We're bending and breathing, that's all. Exhale. Come back up to center. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms, and just start to rotate your torso. Make some circles around. And there's no particular breath pattern to aim for here. Just notice if you happen to hold your breath, and if you do, take a breath in or let yourself exhale. Again, we're just noticing and moving on. Let's make our circles in the other direction. Good. And come back up to neutral, just neutral spine. All right, we're going to change from this seated position to come onto all fours. So a little bit more spinal movement and coordinating with the breath. So cat-cow breathing. But first I want you to feel your hands on the floor. Spread your fingers wide. And if you feel pain in your wrists, press down through your index finger knuckle, like the knuckle right at the base of your hand. And kind of just claw the fingertips a little bit. So you can kind of shift your weight that way, away from the wrist. Feeling your connection with the floor, with the ground, through your hands. Now feel the connection that you have with the ground underneath your feet, the tops of your feet. And then spread your toes and press your toenails into the floor, just gently. We're just sort of activating that contact with the earth. So the arms are strong, the legs are doing something now. As we breathe, we're going to inhale, drop the belly and lift the chin. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck your chin, push into the floor. Reconnect with your hands and feet. And then inhale to drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck your chin, push into the floor. Inhale to the cow shape. Exhale to the cat shape. One more round. Inhaling, feel your hands on the floor. Exhaling, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, feel the tops of your feet on the floor. Come back to neutral spine. Let's make circles with the hips. So now you can kind of relax the hands. Your weight's gonna shift around from hand to hand, knee to knee. Just loosening up a little. And then go around in the other direction. And then come back to center. We're gonna curl those toes under now. And with the toes curled under, walk your hands forward like half a step. And now, so your arms are like out in front of you. We're gonna sink the hips back toward the heels. It's a little awkward. It's not relaxing like child's pose because you kind of have to push into the floor. Keep looking up with your head and just kind of lower your chest as far as it'll go. Maybe up here, just keep pushing into the floor. Toes are curled under. I know it's kind of weird. We're stretching the feet, opening the chest and shoulders. Now inhale and lift yourself back up. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then our toes are already curled under, and we're gonna lift up to downward facing dog. So don't worry about straightening your legs or getting your heels to the floor. Find that stretch through your shoulders and chest that you found in that last little pose that we did. So really pushing into the floor with your arms, pushing your chest back towards your legs. Now let your head relax so the top of your head hangs toward the floor. And look up now. We're gonna step the right foot forward. So it's a big step. You might have to help it along with your hand. And then we're gonna just pulse a little with the breath. So you're gonna inhale, lower the back knee and look up. And then you're gonna exhale, lift the back knee and just send your hips back. Maybe the front leg straightens, maybe it stays bent. So it's inhale to lower the back knee and lift your chin. And exhale to lift the back knee, maybe straightening the front leg. Inhale to look up. Exhale, back. Good. Inhale last time to look up. Exhale to rock back. Good. Bend your front knee coming into this low lunge. Keep your left hand down, pick your right arm up and twist. Look up toward the ceiling. Good. Take one more breath in. And exhale to lower your right hand. So we're gonna put the left heel on the ground. We're still kind of down. We're gonna walk the hands off the mat. So your legs are kind of in a lunge and your arms are gonna be like in downward facing dog. Push your chest back, push your hips back toward the long side of your mat. So it's opening this right leg, this hip, inner thigh, all that stuff. Good. Walk your hands back onto your mat. Pick up your heel. And then we're going to step back to plank pose, or you can have your knees down, tabletop. So plank pose or tabletop. Bend your elbows and come all the way to the floor. From here, interlace your fingers behind your back. And inhale to lift your chest, pull with your arms, stretching the chest and shoulders. Release the clasp of your hands, push yourself up and back into child's pose. Make this active child's pose so that it's stretching your back. So if you push into the floor with your hands, like you're trying to push the mat away, you'll feel a lot of activity up the arms, down your side body. It's all okay. Good. Gently lift yourself back up to tabletop. Just curl those toes under and lift your hips up again for downward facing dog. So our second down dog, you can still have your knees bent as much as you want, or you can start to kind of straighten the legs. But it really doesn't matter. Down dog is supposed to be stretching your spine, your back. Good. Now we're going to step the left foot forward. And then we're going to go up and down, up and down. So we're in our low lunge. As you inhale, you're going to drop the back knee and look up. As you exhale, you lift back up, push yourself back. Maybe this knee stays bent, maybe it straightens. Inhale to lunge forward, drop the back knee. Exhale, pushing back. Good. Inhale, drop, look up. Exhale, push back. Good. Bring yourself back to this low lunge. Keep your right fingertips down, lift your left arm up. Good, a little twist here. Now lower the left hand. You're going to spin the back heel down. And then we're walking the hands off the mat over to the left, or to the right, sorry. To the right this time. And they're just sort of at like, I don't know, 2 o'clock. Press into the floor. Push your hips back toward the long side of your mat. We're opening up this left hip, left inner thigh. Then walk your hands back onto the mat. Pick up your back heel. Good. Step back to plank or knees to the floor, either way. Then lower all the way down to your belly. Keep your palms on the ground for cobra. Squeeze your elbows in. And we're going to just peel up for cobra. Take a couple of breaths. You can be down here. Just keep those shoulders rolling back, elbows in close. So you're working the muscles on your back. And then maybe you can push up higher. It really doesn't matter. Feel what you feel. Now push all the way back to child's pose. And lift yourself back up. We're going to curl those toes under. One more time. Downward facing dog. A third down dog for the day. And now look up toward the top of your mat. And we're going to walk the feet all the way up to where your hands are. Staying in a standing forward bend. Again, bending your knees as much as you need to or want to. Now bring your fingertips to your shins or even above your knees to the thighs. And inhale halfway up. Exhale to forward bend again, wherever you go. Inhale to stand up all the way, reach both arms up. Exhale, arms by your side. Let's clasp hands behind the back and stretch one more time this way. Chest up, shoulders back. Good. And release the hands. All right. So, oh, Julie, I lost your camera. So hopefully you're still there. So we're gonna do this little thing called, I think it's called Breath of Joy. So we're gonna swing the arms. You're gonna stand with your feet maybe hip distance apart. And it's gonna be inhale, 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 exhale. So it's like sniff, 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 big exhale. So we'll do this a few times. So big exhale. So sniff, 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 big exhale. One more time. I lied. One more time. Good. Release your hands. Hang here. Clasp opposite elbows. You can kind of swing a little side to side. Release the elbows, bend your knees a little bit more and come rolling up to standing one vertebrae at a time. And coming all the way up. So we swung this out, and now we're just gonna, I know this is crazy, but we're just gonna stomp the feet a few times. I just wanna feel the ground. Stomp on the floor. Good. All the way up. Coming back up to standing. Just feel that little like vibration. All right. We're going to inhale, reach both arms up. Take your right foot and step it back. Use your left hand to clasp onto the right wrist. And we're just stretching, big side stretch. So my left knee is bent. It's almost like a little curtsy, but with your arms up. There is no wrong way to do this. And then come back up. And then just step the other foot back. Left foot back. Right hand holds onto the left wrist. Little side stretch. Good. Step back to mountain pose. Inhale, reach both arms up. Now, make fists. And imagine that you've got like a rubber band in between one in each hand. And you're gonna pull that rubber band, just like create the tension that would be there in the rubber band. Pull it wide, pull it wide, pull it wide as far as you can. Keep pulling it wide, lowering the arms. Oh, still the tension all the way down. And then release. Shake out your hands. We're going to roll the right ankle and right knee and right hip. Good. Switch sides. Roll left ankle, left knee, left hip. Good. Back to mountain pose. All right, from here, separate your feet. Again, maybe hip distance apart, and we're actually gonna turn them out on purpose. And from here, we're gonna sit down. So sitting all the way down into a squat, my heels come off the ground. Some people's heels do not come off the ground. You can put your hands on the ground. Whatever you need to do, we're just bending the knees as much as they can. If you can balance here, we're gonna take the elbows inside the knees, palms together. Press out with your elbows, squeeze back in with your knees, lift your chest. Take a few breaths. Stretching the calves and ankles. Everything, lots of things get a stretch. And then release, sit down. Ooh, fall down. Find yourself on the floor. Roll down, all the way down onto your back. Oh, who's there? Mankey. All right. You just rolled over. Reach your arms up over your head. Stretch yourself long. both knees. Bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Take your arms out to either side, left and right. And now, keeping your legs in this shape, just let your legs fall over to the left. Maybe your right foot will touch the floor. If your right foot comes all the way to the floor, then just relax that right leg. Stay here for just a few breaths, just a little easy twist, a little hip stretch. And then gently lift yourself back up. We'll switch sides. So right foot comes to the floor, left ankle to right knee. We'll stay in this figure four shape. Just let the legs fall over to the right. Maybe they go like, yeah, my left foot's not touching the floor today. It's different every day. Each side is different. Every day is different. Every minute different. So what you observe in this moment, observe it, acknowledge it, let it go. It's always changing. Lift your legs back up. Uncross that left ankle. We'll pick up both knees, hug both knees in. Oh, maybe rock a little from side to side. And then bring your feet to the floor. We're gonna rest for just like 2 minutes. You can separate your feet and let your knees fall together. This is soothing to the low back. If this is comfortable, you can stay here to rest. If you'd like to extend your legs, you stretch them out, separate them. Arms by your side. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And then let it all out with a big sigh. Relax all the muscles of your face. Acknowledging that subtle vibration of just having moved our body. Let yourself soften from the outside in. And then gently become aware of your breath. Begin to deepen your breath. Feel the fullness of a deep inhale. Let it all go. And begin to make some small movements by wiggling your fingers and toes. And bend your elbows and knees. And gently roll to your right side into the fetal position. And as you're ready, you can press your hands into the floor. Push yourself back up to seated. And we'll end where we began in a comfortable seated posture. Bring your palms together. Oh my goodness, and bow your head to your heart. And thank you so much. Thank yourself for the gift of these 30 minutes. Namaste.